Welcome back to a quick Tech Days tutorial. Today will be a short explanation of how to push out an assessment to your students, and then what it looks like on their end when taking the test to make sure that they are actually doing it correctly. Enough of the introduction, let's jump on in. The first thing that you want to do is already have an assessment created. If you don't already have one, go back to my tutorials on those that are technology enhanced and then come back. Links are in the description. Head into your tracker, jump into a standard, and then click on the dark box on your assessment in there to bring up some extra goodness. Move over to the Privacy tab. We want our students to be able to log into MasteryConnect and then see their assessments to access them, so uncheck the Hide Assessment box. I also like to uncheck the Hide Student Answers so that they can see what they got right or what they missed with their parents if their parents want to see their scores before the end of term. Then click Save. Now click on the light gray assessment button. You'll see a whole host of tools the students are able to use if you enable them. You have Draw, Flag Question, Highlight, Line Reader, Notepad, Sticky Note, Strike Through Calculator, Advanced Calculator, Rule, and Protractor. Choose which ones are needed for your assessment. Now click on Generate New Test ID. Make sure that you have Assess with Student Portal checked, or students won't be able to access it in their MasteryConnect. It will now be available for your students to access for 7 days. If the 7 days go by, they will be able to see it but not access it, so you'll have to generate a new test ID. Keep this in mind if all of a sudden your students can't get into your test. It should be ready now, so let's jump in as a student. Have them sign into Clever and then click on MasteryConnect. Once they are in MasteryConnect, their home screen should have the assessments that you have pushed out for them. If students are on iPads, they need to hold their iPad sideways or landscape so that everything that should be on the screen should show up for them. There are 2 things that students can click on, so make sure that they click on the correct one or all the work will not count. I don't know why this is the case, but it is. If they click on the image of the test on the left, they will be able to see the test, but it will not log their work. So be very adamant about not clicking on this one, or students will have to, air quote, take the test twice, and they're not going to like that. Make sure that they click on the Start Assessment button on the right-hand side of the screen. This will open up a new tab and they will be able to begin the assessment. They can click on the arrows at the top to move to the next question. Once they are done, they will click Finish. If you created Tech Enhanced tools, they will auto-grade themselves. Anything that does not auto-grade, you may manually check in the Student Grader in your MasteryConnect. That's everything. You can now push out assessments for your students to take on their device. Everything is logged in real time, and there's no waiting till the end of the quarter to grade them all yourself last minute.